Austin ISD is working toward making some tough decisions about school closures and consolidations.
They've chosen a regional planning map that will help guide their conversations about the district's future.
Take a look. It's right here. The district is splitting everyone into 5 different east to west sections. Now, this is not a new feeder pattern or for school boundaries. This is just a new way for AISD leaders to see within each section what kind of academic programs or services are needed. After that, they will decide what kind of facility changes should happen to accommodate those academic needs. The Board of Trustees says that the map is a new and different way to approach and hopefully achieve equitable access.
If we were just going to close the most under-enrolled schools, they would all be in that crescent. But we have intentionally created a process to be so much more thoughtful and strategic about that because otherwise we could have been done.
Now, part of the board's goal is to also make sure the district is using its money in the most efficient and effective way.
But that's a difficult task because right now districts are still waiting on the state legislature to make its move on school finance. And teachers want pay raises. KXAN's Eugene Cho has a closer look.
We're currently operating with a $65 million deficit.
That deficit depends on what state lawmakers decide on property taxes. AISD's Chief of Business and Operations, Nicole Conley, says the district counts on those funds.
They've been funding things like our parent support specialists, our family resource centers, and so we might have to take on those new costs.
But the budget conversation is much more complicated than costs and revenue. One factor is the effort AISD is embarking on now, mapping out equal access to high-quality education no matter where you live in Austin.
You have to have resources in order to ensure that the programming and supports are there to support our students.
And another factor. The teachers union rallied earlier this week, calling for a 10% pay raise for teachers and staff.
As the cost of living keeps increasing in Austin, we can't live in our communities anymore.
Elementary school teacher Veronica Gulich says she regularly spends at least an eighth of her income on her students.
So if they don't have shoes, if they don't have school supplies, we automatically pay for it. That's just part of who we are.
We currently can't break even with the level of expenses that we do have, so imposing a 10% increase for teachers is something that is just not financially feasible at this time.
By paying the teachers, you're showing respect to the teachers. 1% raise is basically saying this isn't what we respect.
The district's budget that can impact teachers' pay isn't due until mid-June. And going back to the regional planning map we showed you, the school board will vote on that on Monday. They'll also vote on the guiding principles they want to follow as they start to make some decisions on school closures and consolidations.